Starting off talking about the tropics, which has been very quiet in the Atlantic since early August. But now we have our next named storm. Francine is a fast strengthening tropical storm. In fact, it's only just shy of hurricane strength with sustained wind at 65 miles an hour. It continues to look very organized. It is expected to strengthen into a hurricane sometime late tonight or early tomorrow, and then potentially quickly strengthening to a Category 2 or higher system before making potential landfall on the coast of Louisiana. Now, it looks like the landfall is going to come well to the west of New Orleans, almost getting toward the western part of the state, but still bringing widespread impacts to the Gulf Coast. Then the remnant low of this system getting pulled through the Tennessee and eventually into the Ohio Valley by the upcoming weekend. So taking a look at some current weather alerts, hurricane warnings have now been issued for the coastline of Louisiana. New Orleans is under a tropical storm watch. You've got tropical storm warnings farther inland, including Lake Charles. Now, the main impacts of the storm are going to be felt on Wednesday. That's when the brunt of the outer bands, the more intense bands, start to move in, although some outer bands could reach as soon as today or tomorrow. The wind really starts to get ramped up during the day on Wednesday, and landfall is expected sometime Wednesday evening. So potential for widespread impacts across the coastline of New Orleans and then, of course, throughout much of the state as inland flooding becomes a big concern. Then the remnants of the system continue moving northward, bringing the threat for flooding and severe weather to a good portion of the deep south. The tropical outlook also highlighting two other areas to watch. We've got a 60 to 70% probability of development over the next 2 to 7 days with both of these systems. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on the Atlantic as it is starting to get a bit more active. Meanwhile, here at home across the lower 48, our main story is going to be a stretch of dry weather. We have a low risk of a shower tonight, and then dry conditions are coming right back and sticking around. A ridge of high pressure building in the upper levels of the atmosphere, providing more warmth too. Something that looks like it's going to last not just for this weekend, but possibly all of next week too. So temperatures are actually pretty close to normal by tomorrow afternoon. We still have some cool and crisp mornings. It's common this time of year thanks to the drier air in place. Thursday, temperatures back into the lower 80s, and then we're talking highs in the middle 80s for Friday and Saturday. That trend is looking like it could last through the next week and a half or so. The radar not showing much right now for us here in Western Mass. You can see, of course, Francine across the Gulf. There are some thunderstorms, actually some severe weather in upstate New York. But this cold front coming in with these showers and storms will weaken by the time it gets to us. A couple of showers are going to be possible during the overnight, and that is the only chance for rain we have for a while. Looks like between about 1 and 3 a.m. the front comes through. Wind will shift back to the north-northwest. Skies will clear out Tuesday morning. We're going to keep sunny skies all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and that is the trend. Light breezes, warmer temperatures at night, especially by the end of the week. Very warm afternoons on tap for the first weekend of the Big E, and not much changing as we continue through next week. Abby?